know.
All right, so we're gonna start, but we're gonna go around answering questions, doing some maintenance, administration, shenanigans. John, you missed the last half hour or so, the last session.
Sounds about right.
There was a lot of your party members shroom napped.
You want this?
You don't know if there's going to be any consequences for
The
that.
last thing I remember was Dave trying to do a diplomacy to some shroom guards and failing miserably.
That's the last thing you were there for, yeah. Now, since then, David managed to talk himself out of his shroom napping. He met the guy who kind of is the liaison for the mushroom civilization, is named Georg.
Yeah.
He's pasted inside the cavern, or it's stuck in this sort of fungus mesh. He's a storm giant, missing 2 limbs, 1 arm, 1 leg.
A less than ambulatory storm giant.
Yes, he's stuck there. He speaks slowly. He speaks giant, so you can speak to him, but he also speaks draconic.
Damn Gary Gobble.
That's right. Yes, he gave you guys. He gave you guys kind of a quest, like get me my limbs back, please.
Oh.
And he claimed to have been a famous smith back in his storm giant kingdom of Yarmahernharder.
Back in his 4 lemon days.
Yeah, back when he was ambulatory. And he says that if he gets his limbs back, you're not sure how you're going to attach the limbs, or you're not sure. I mean, they got to be huge. He's a big guy.
Figure it out.
Yeah. But if you can get it back together, he says that he can find you ore, all right, and start smithing and get your tool situation in order. Because these fungus folk are kind of like you. They're also mostly Stone Age. You see a lot of stone sharpened implements. You use a lot of bone.
Stone. Bone.
Yeah.
Wise woman.
Yes.
Woman.
So it's safe here in Amargosia. You've got the whole caravan in. They've even set up some of the buildings inside the caravan. So you see the princesses, or she's the Ilkhanina now. They put her palace up, the sheets on the walls.
So it seems like we're hunkering here for a bit.
At least for a while.
All right. Did he give any indication as to, I don't know, where his gargantuan limbs might be?
There was some talk that the Sliths may either have them, have built around them, or know where they are.
Sort out the Jolly
We saw
Green Giant
slits
here.
near here recently too, yeah?
Yeah, they got
Yes.
fortresses up top, and they're constantly skirmishing around in the underway.
Yeah, well, in the they tend to avoid the wormway, and they move on the surface. You may remember that there is those weird weather fronts. Yeah, you learned a little bit about that. Those weather fronts are generated by some sort. What Georg described as an undead creature he called Enchained, that is walking around and seems to be motivated or drawn towards artwork, right? Which is why you saw the slits with a bunch of really
paintings, crude paintings,
weird crude paintings, and they seem to
trying
be
to divert
kite them this way. Yeah, exactly. Move them around. So they have a kind of a crop rotation where they move these guys around the territory near their fortresses and then grow and harvest in their wake.
Right, whatever detritus is left, because he said the life grows very, very quickly on the surface.
Yeah,
very
it
quickly and
grows
dies
quickly.
very quickly.
Yes. So there's a window of harvestable time.
All right, I'll let these guys sort out what they got to do, but I know now what must be done.
Okay, we'll go around the table. We'll start over here with Happy.
Yep.
Anything you want to do in town? You've got some time.
Just still hanging out at the sick ward.
Okay. Yeah, in the intervening hours, you have mended most of the local shroom folk, and they are appreciative. Oh, they gave you a bedroom full of fungus spores. Yes, you had to sleep there.
Wow.
I'll say it's the next day.
Oh, hey, you want to make today an off day for spell purposes? So we
Sure.
can get a shitload of water going, because we only got the 1 water worm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There are underground springs here.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, that's how they keep their caverns of moss and their
Do they
livestock.
have like any kinds of tools, shovels, like?
Yeah,
stuff like that?
all your basic tools, but made poorly. So you see stone heads of some tools, obsidian, flint that's been cut down and wrapped and tied.
Series of cutters, bashers, and scrapers.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, there are shovels, but they're not great. There are wheelbarrows, but they're cumbersome.
Huh. Alright, I guess after I'm done preparing my spells for an hour, go about mending a couple things with the spell, fix some things up.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so
It's only 0 level, so it's not like it really does much.
doing the good deeds.
Well, mending,
So good.
even as a 0 level, is really helpful.
It is really
Yeah.
helpful. Just in general, you know.
Very cool.
Broken wheels, whatever.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
wow.
you know what, I'm sure there's tons of stuff that... These seem like the kind of folk who something breaks before anyone fixes it. You know, because they're all just so focused on their
I can do it,
details.
I believe, 5 times.
Okay. You managed to attract 2 mushrooms that follow you around, and 1 more of the Drapan folk who want to hear what you have to say, a la religion.
Oh, I guess that would be a knowledge religion check.
No,
Wait, what?
they're here for the preaching man, and
Oh,
they're basically followers now. Well, you're not sure about the mushrooms, but they seem to follow you around. Maybe they're trying to learn your ways.
Or they just know they have stuff that's gonna break in the very near
I was
future.
thinking more
Yeah.
of that.
Oh, yes, my shoes.
Whenever it breaks, they just show, like right behind me.
Yeah.
Fix.
Yeah, here it
You know,
is.
like-
Do you mind? All right, Slithix.
I got a couple of things I want to work on.
Okay.
I want to try and gather information about the limbs, whatever is available in town, especially from
Do you
the
mind?
giant.
No, it's not.
All right. I'm trying to learn about the limbs.
You get info plus 11,
Okay.
and I also want to see if, like, based on how large they are, whether or not we would need like some sort of a sledge or something to drag them back.
Do you mind? Leave him alone.
Hey,
Come on.
Alex has the
I
lock
am
on wheels
translating
around
for
here.
this side of the
Alright.
room.
Mike, do you need any
I have what?
models? I'm gonna have
You know what? You know about the good wheels.
I'm okay
'cause
for
you
now,
made them
thank you.
good recently.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I could
Oh, you
use
need
a.
wheels?
Maybe we'll see. John was muttering about.
Are the
about wheels.
raptors still in here? They are. Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
See, I'm helping.
Thank you.
I'm helping Dave.
I have to translate your translation.
Sorry, I missed all of that. What do you?
So lost.
What happened?
I was explaining what John muttered to Alex.
So it's just a circle of explaining.
I didn't even hear what he says.
It's a
I know.
circle of Dave's statement.
Dave's
In any
explanation.
case,
Dave's place.
looking for info
Yes.
about the arms and how to best transport them.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Series of questions. You walk around. You don't get much from the mushroom folk. They poof at you. You talk to Georg. He tells you he recalls his arm being an arm.
Very helpful.
It.
Fingers on the end.
Yeah. It was calloused. Such strong hands.
All right.
His leg also scarred up a little bit from.
Strong hand, but with a foot at the bottom.
Yeah, there's that definitely. About how to get them back. Now that's a question. Well, lad, they were big, of size,
Girthy.
You have yak. You may consider a big cart to get them back. You may
Yeah.
try rolling them over the bones to get them back.
How's our caravans doing this terrain?
Not good.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, in the worm way they're fine. On the bones, it's really you can talk to the. You know what? Yeah, you can probably find out a lot from the Japan people because they're pretty good about their carts.
Yeah.
They would tell you that unless you modified some sort of, there are wheels made for sand. Perhaps there could be like very wide, shallower wheels made for rolling over bone. Cereal.
When we were living in the river tile, so to speak, a lot of that was coarse stone. Did we have anything that was better adapted to the stone around there?
You know what? Everything just got jostled and fucked. But the thing is, beneath that stone, it was solid. Up here, beneath the bone, is just feet and feet and feet and feet and feet of it that you can just founder in.
Bone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
As for moving them, yeah, the general consensus is something big, something
You'll need a
strong.
cart.
Roll it. Someone says maybe
These aren't arms we can pick up.
no, but maybe you can animate them
Oh.
And
Uh,
I can
and they
do
can
a
crawl. But
Addams Family
I think
routine.
that the size of the limbs may be out of your reach as far as that type of magic. Yeah, that is a good question. That's a good question. You.
How durable are they? If we drag them back across the bone, are they going to be fucked?
That's also a good question.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, but generally, when an arm is chopped off, after a while, it stops being a good arm no more. Is that going to be a
The
problem?
rest of the storm giant seems fine.
Oh, yeah. You looking for limbs or bones? Because we got bones. You want some bones? I can get you some bones right now.
I get you bone by
Alright?
4 o'clock.
He seems to think that his limbs are intact.
And the calluses would preserve them being dragged over rough terrain.
And then, he probably has some tough, really tough skin.
hide.
Yes, most likely. The rest I leave to you. I would move to Razzle, but he's not here.
He will dazzle you.
PV2. So you missing Georgie yet? He's thinking about it.
A little bony hellscape, but it's alright.
Oh, he has carpentry. Can he
Make a cart.
make me a crossbow?
If he had the components and good tools, he may be able to. Wait, no, that's weaponsmithing. He may be able to build you a stock for a crossbow.
Interesting.
Pretty well.
He could build lots of the parts. I don't think
Yeah.
he could assemble it well.
Yeah, I don't think he has the right skill for assembly.
I see. Okay.
However, that big giant here could definitely build you a crossbow.
Probably a fancy one.
I don't really have anything in particular I need to do on town time.
Okay.
Get to know your little puff.
Yes.
I can't talk to him yet.
You can talk at him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start talking at him.
Okay.
Uh,
He hangs out. He nods his shroom cap. Seems to be looking in your direction.
does he seem to hear me?
Yes.
He can hear me,
Develop MSL, Mushroom Sign Language.
Yeah.
but he doesn't seem to understand me.
You know what? Try giving him an order.
Fungo.
Do you have a natural weapon?
Young
I do.
Fungo.
Plug.
Show me. Show me how good you are at hiding,
That is
Fungo.
so good for monks. If I
Let me
remember
see.
correctly.
Let me see the book real
There's
quick.
natural
The
attacks
monster
and
manual.
unarmed attacks. Says he's a +10.
You know Gary Cabo. That's pretty good for fungus, you know.
Yeah. I don't know why they're so good at
I vaguely
hiding.
remember that
actually.
being useful.
It's really
Probably
good for
becomes like
monks.
+30 in a mushroom.
There's definitely some other. What level are you
Is he
looking
a
for?
+10?
I'm just browsing through. I'm only level 3. I can have.
I guess
2
running
level 2
away is
spells.
ruled out, so they
What
had to
is
figure out how to
small-
hide.
What does small give you? +1?
+4.
Oh, that's why. So he's got a +1.
Okay. Yes. So he nods his cap.
What are you-
He runs in circles
technically,
and then
divine
runs off.
Also. And
He runs off.
You're never gonna find him again. Well, you told him
have
to go
that
hide.
book
He's
to
going to
do
go
perfect.
hide.
Well, I meant like, I don't know,
They have
behind
to
this rock
clarify
right here or
stuff.
something.
I'm
Well, then
afraid-
you would say
I'm
he
afraid-
sucks.
I'm afraid you didn't specify.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright. You know what?
Surprisingly,
I'm
not that much.
taking a nap or
Not a
something.
ton. but,
God damn it.
New domains.
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is-
So you guys have a whole day where you're gonna hang out and do your spells or nonsense. Was there anything else that you wanted to do? Oh yeah, there was something you
No,
had.
me, Gary Gabo. There's stuff I need to do.
Gary Gabo, there was something you had planned.
Yeah, but that's not today. That's
Okay.
more of a shine. When the grasshoppers come.
Yeah, you're gonna have to text me that when you want to tap.
Yeah, don't worry about that right now. Don't you fucking worry about that right now. Right now, what you should fucking worry about
I'm worried.
is that I, Gary Gabo,
Uh-huh.
just to clarify.
Yes. Yes.
Look, man, I got to start finding a lead on these arms. But before that, I need to fill the water skin, drink my fair share of water that I may piss when the time comes. Eat some food.
Okay.
That's a breakfast. That's a morning routine. Take
Got
a
it.
bath. You know, I got to take a bath. I got my soap.
Oh,
Take
okay.
my
Yes,
bath.
you do. Yeah.
Now during the daytime, I got to start scouting around for them slith fortresses up surface side.
Okay, so this day, while they're sitting around doing their
Jerking
whatever,
off or whatever,
you're gonna
yeah.
go scout.
Yeah, I got to go
Okay.
find where these arm and leg could be.
Yes. Now we're talking.
You'll need my.
What do the sliths speak to each other?
Hide silently. Spot. Search if necessary. You see the skills.
Yes. The slits claw and croak and you've heard them speak common?
To us.
You know you've heard Kesha speak common.
But they don't speak common to each other, I'm guessing.
They tend to have a strange bird-like language.
Nothing I recognize?
No.
Even with my D&D knowledge?
You don't know the languages.
No, I don't, but...
I mean, maybe it's a type of avian.
Okay.
Could be.
Mean. One
Yo.
other thing I want to do during the
Point
day
it.
is work on the my decorative hoard thing
Okay.
because I just got the class feature for it, and I think I'm mostly done. I need to find my percentage.
What do you want? You want some gold? I got gold. You need gold? What is this?
No, I've got enough money. I just need to spend time constructing it.
You need
Okay.
leather crafting? I got leather crafting. You need leather crafting? I'll craft you leather.
Hey, can you work on my saddle, please?
Oh, work on
Tonight.
his saddle first.
John is
I got
just
stuff to do in the day.
John has just slipped out of Amargosia and is up on the Bone Plains
I'll come back to kill your bird in the night. Don't worry.
and is out to scout.
I mean, make a saddle to kill your bird.
I want free time too.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
I just assumed you were going to be dazzling.
Can I? Fuck. Do those birds fly? Do the slith fly?
You haven't seen them fly. You've seen them run on the ground.
What in this biome? While we were in the scanning out the underworm way or whatever, what is flying around in the sky?
Possibly those horrible undead.
Dragons?
There are, yeah. You saw those dragons. You've seen again the moon bees flying around. You've seen stuff floating in the serpentine above you. Stuff that probably shouldn't be flying, caught in some sort of medium that flies it around. You also saw that moon flying around.
Okay.
Do those funky little spiders traverse the atmosphere up here?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, those guys are great.
So every now and then you'll see, because you're scouting, you'll find there's like a lump of bones where these guys have come down and they use their webs and build themselves kind of a mound colony.
Ah, I love those guys.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to bother them. I just like them.
And they have, it looks like sails cast up of their web, anchored up into the serpentine, trying to catch as many insects as they can.
These guys will be useful if we ever go sailing. Anyways, I got my mission to
Yeah.
contend with.
So, Gary has gone out to scout. The rest of you guys are running around town, taking care of business. We want to go to Razzle. I think he had business too.
See, I think the slith evolved from kiwis.
Well, we just finished the punji sticks. Can we make paper, possibly?
There are a lot of plant fibers down here to work with.
I want paper.
Plant, water, and a hell of a lot of drying and flattening.
Yeah, you need a lot of flattening. I don't know if your guys have the strength to make very good. They can probably make very thin paper. You want them to get to it?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna have to direct them, as I don't think they have the knowledge on how
I'm
to do
at
it.
+8.
To
Craft paper.
oh something. Oh, so you already know.
You have craft paper.
You know already. You already
Yeah,
have
sure
to.
do.
This is no good for you then? It won't do as much damage as most
Is
of my
that
other
particular
abilities.
craft
They're
for
weak
multiple
physically.
things, or is this just
Okay.
No, it's
paper?
books and
Oh.
paper.
Oh, he can put the paper together.
Alright, bind.
All right. So you got the process started.
Yes.
You got your little guys to get some plant material.
Oh, very nice.
They're bringing it in from the granaries. You're not sure if this was food or what.
Doesn't matter now.
They started pulping it. It looks like, because of how small their tiny little hands are, this might be a few days worth of process.
It's worth it.
If you get some yak to sort of stomp in
It's
the
got like a
the
flat
pits.
sheet, like a big heavy flat thing. You could have the yak stomp it, but good.
Well, John's the yak master, but he's not here right now.
I'm
right?
no yak master. We have a herdsman.
You could get the herdsman to help you.
Hey,
His name's
help!
Cut.
Help
That's
me,
right.
cut!
He'll help you
Hey, you cut, bro?
for a price.
You might like this.
You want? Yeah, you want to see?
Alright, how much?
Throw him a couple silver.
Wizard.
Okay.
Alright. It works for everyone
Silver,
else. Anybody else
5,
wrong with you?
gone.
Easy. Yeah, he'll stomp everything you need stomped.
Yeah, stop.
Anything else you need stomped?
No.
Damn. There goes his money making opportunity.
Alright, so I guess we'll be working on.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
He's
On the
not going to
paper.
take those automated stomping machines well.
No,
for the
right
rest
out
of the
business.
day.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to John. Okay. Yes, out there on the Bone Plains, the hordes of slith that were competing and drawing with each other, it seems that a lot of that's died down. There are still a few squads on each one of those weather patterns, right, with their artwork pulling them around, but they know that before they were fighting each other, right, trying to scare each other off and take the guy and, whatever the chain thing is. They're not around.
Yeah, they've no doubt been united by some Greek asshole.
So you go and you find, in the distance you can see there's a mound raised up above the rest of the countryside, besides the mushroom city that's poking up out of the bones. You see a couple of these mounds.
Calcified fupa, if you will.
Yes, calcified fupa. They'll really upset.
Yeah, nose.
Getting closer, you sneak. Okay, is there anything do you want to make any precautions as regarding camouflage?
Well, right now I'm just scouting, so I have seen a location.
Yeah.
It is a structure. It looks large enough to house 2 gargantuan severed limbs.
Well, there are a few. You found what you've been told were the fortresses.
Right.
So from
There
from
were
a
3 of those that I remember?
yeah, from a distance, they're just raised, kind of lumped. They're a hillock. Like, remember the mastabas, the really primitive pyramids that
Yeah.
like proto pyramids, kind of like that.
South American ones?
In Egypt, right? But
I've never seen one, but okay.
well, I think Robbie probably remember. Yeah. So you see that. You see lots of slits moving around nearby, but you start to get nervous if you wanted to get closer because there are so many closer to the fortresses.
Yeah, my best bet for that is to be nearly naked. For I am an albino gobbo, and the terrain is largely
Dang.
off-white, is it
Yeah.
not?
It's of great advantage to you.
Yeah, so I'll just go stash everything except the old Gerber Crucial, and
Which is lime green, by the way.
you have a lime green multi-tool?
Well, yeah, it's a crucial.
Jeez, alright, well I gotta go back and, what I need...
Gross.
Hey, you paid for some stomping today, right? Hey, can this guy stomp up some bones? I want to powder up. I want to powder my nose,
My
and my
bones!
face, and my gear. I want to get powdered.
Hey,
Bone powder.
I also have the pterodactyl, who's a big fella.
He can draw some attention whilst,
No, I mean he can stomp.
Oh, isn't he really light, hence his ability to fly?
He can chew.
What's really good for stomping are these yak.
Yeah, I just need some bone powder to smother myself in.
Yeah,
And
they-
then I can go get closer.
They already have that, so you can get pulverized powder.
Great, and I would take off this armor, but god damn, it's just so
Can
sweet.
you cast disguise on?
So I'll just powder up what good
Okay.
instead. Oh wait,
That'd be good. Disguise so.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, I'll just have to bone up.
Okay.
That's
So
funny.
you rebone, you head back out, you know where they are. It's only about an hour away to where the first fortress is. Yeah, you crawl, you get closer, you get closer, you get closer. Starting to get darker, evening time.
Oh good, the dark vision will come in handy.
You see a couple meager fires here and there. The slits are... There's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of talk.
Depending on what language it's in, it
They've-
probably means nothing to me.
You see some of it's in common, some of it's in bird language. I don't know. I don't like it. Change is bad. This sort of stuff.
Yep, Greek.
You get in and you climb up the wall of the fortress.
As with all good things, some Greek asshole's gonna wreck it.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
You get up onto the wall of this fortress. It's not built with a parapet or with crenellation or a walkway.
Bones that you
It is
climb.
just piled like piled rock would be. It's very primitive. You get up there and you look down into the courtyard and you see they have cleared the bone all the way down to soil and rock beneath.
Do I have written here anything about... Oh, good. The trackless step may actually come in handy here.
So you don't leave. So you don't
Traces.
How many
Yeah,
are
traces.
the what are they called? Strixib?
Slits?
So how many slips are there?
Yeah, in general, I just want to avoid ambient light.
Mhm.
'Cause I got perfect dark vision, so fuck
Well, there's
them.
so many of them, and their fires are so meager that you can slide in the shadows fairly
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. And I'm not here to kill anyone or steal anything.
Mhm.
I just want to look around.
Yeah, Razzle, thousands.
We can take them.
I can run from them, but I'd rather not
Yeah,
have
we
to.
can take them.
So down in the fortress proper, you see there are places where they have taken maybe wood, maybe rock, maybe bone, and built facades. So you see
storehouses.
You see doorways, right? So there could be interiors. You see the courtyard is just cleared, right? There's no.
So that is not the place to be. I'd really stand out there.
Well, it's dark and there are slits walking around.
Wherever the lack of light is, I suppose.
So here you also see the white feathered slits.
The ladies.
The ruddy and the darker feathered slits, they seem cleaner than they were the last time
Greek.
you've experienced them.
So we can have sex with them.
Why is the Greek? Isn't he one of our minions?
No, he's a jerk.
He escaped in the night
Oh.
because someone was gonna. Well, I mean,
I thought we broke
his time was up, but someone was gonna try to kill him, though he didn't know that.
Oh, John was gonna try.
We
to
broke his legs and some asshole healed him.
He was famously
Yes.
wily.
Yes, some asshole did heal him.
Okay,
I guess I'm
are you
the
gonna
asshole.
go? Are you gonna go?
I gotta investigate these storehouses.
You getting inside? Okay, you're gonna poke around. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just minimal. And I always need to make sure I got a clear-cut escape route for cheesing it purposes.
Mhm.
Because if nothing else, I'm pretty sure I'm faster than most of these guys.
Yeah, you are. The issue is, as far as a clear-cut route
Yeah, they
goes,
can always intercept and whatnot.
they're everywhere.
Yeah.
There are a few what look like devoted stairways, which are just lumps built kind of in a stairish.
Yeah, no, screw that. I need something that's extremely awkward and difficult to traverse so that I'm less likely to be followed.
Where you could try to climb right up the wall of bone.
Yeah, I got the climber's kit. I'll just keep
Okay.
something like that handy.
Yeah. So now you're in the pit of this fortress.
Yes.
You start walking around from room to room.
Yes.
There are storerooms where they keep the easier to build bones. You see, it looks like a kennel or stables where they have the water worms. They've got maybe 30 of them.
Oh, so much water.
Billeted, and they feed them moss. You find some myconid prisoners that are walking around doing woodworking for them.
The poor devils.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. You also find a bunch of, as you walk around, there are shells doing menial labor as well. They're kind of downcast, hauling things.
I haven't seen a lot of shells up in this particular shard, have I?
What you've seen up until once you get inside, you see more of them, and they're doing the labors. Cleaning, organizing.
But they don't hoard up at night like they were.
Not like you had
wherever we
seen
were.
before. No, they seem to be much more.
That was a concerted attack, though, right?
Yeah, kind of a violent animal behavior. Now they seem more like domesticated animals than they did before. You find that stable full of the fat worms. You find, oh yes,
Now this is where
Okay.
search instead of spot, right?
there is.
They do have both.
Well, yeah, you peek around the corner, you see what's in the room, and then you gotta hide, and then you move
And
around.
search in areas that aren't clearly inhabited. Search means traps too.
Yes,
You know, if there's a bunch of shells milling around, it's safe to assume there's no traps.
they would be
but-
setting off all
Yeah.
the traps. You find what seems to be a meeting hall inside, around a corner. Large room. Everything's ribbed. It looks like they've spackled the bones, so it's created a large, wide space.
Fancy.
They've got fires in here.
Is there a big table?
There are a few tables. There's,
Under those seems like the place to be.
Okay, smart. So you slip in, get under the table. There's thrones made of bone. And
Bone throne.
on them you see, in a place of prominence, you see Kesha, who you haven't seen in a while. There's the Fuck Force 5 is here. They're sitting around playing with their equipment.
Is the squid curiously absent?
No, the squid is there, but
And
the
Bacta's okay?
Bactine has, it looks like, been repaired. There's a lot of
Oh, thank God.
adhesive on
Scotch tape?
the tank surface is no longer clear. It's now kind of opaque and nasty. It looks like it's been fixed.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, they're all.
Her
they're-
beautiful surface.
Yes, they're all there. You also see Alcibiades sitting in the corner talking to them.
Alcibiades. Which one was that? Fuck Force. Oh, that Greek jerk, right?
Greek jerk.
Yeah, no, I knew this asshole was going to be around, but no limbs. Well, I may as well eavesdrop.
Yes. So,
His ass speaks common, right?
yes, he does.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So they are speaking common to each other. There's a few things that you discover. They want the Palladia. They want to get in there and capture the rest of the mushrooms. They know that Georg wants his limbs,
Yeah.
right? And they are thinking about taking the limbs and giving them to Georg, right, in exchange for his metalworking. So right now they're debating that, right? So Kesha is no, Fuck Force 5 is maybe, and Alcibiades is yes, give Georg his limbs, and then the metal will be ours, right? And then we'll deprive Drapan.
All right, so they're just beyond those points. They're just arguing in a menial fashion that it doesn't benefit me much to sit around listening and risk getting caught further.
You do find
This
out,
does imply that they have the limbs.
yes, you do find out that one of the limbs is here, one of the limbs is in another fortress. And that's what the discussion
Mario
is.
syndrome.
There's she's in another fortress. There are multiple clans of Sliths, and Alcibiades is trying to unite them.
Hence their lack of skirmishing, and curiously enough, in the past 12 hours
Yes.
or so.
And there's also a plan being formulated to use the chained ones. They're
Alright.
not sure what they're going to do with it though.
Well, I've learned what I need to know. It is time to return.
You know that there is one of the limbs somewhere in here in one of these storage rooms.
All
How
right.
did the chain behave in the absence of art?
They kind of amble. Or maybe they'll bump into each other, really cause a
Do
catastrophe.
they amble or do they ramble, Mike?
You know what? If you get too on the subject of proper chain fitting, they will ramble.
Alright, so I need to, without, because some people, they find out what they need to know, and they just rush right back. No, that's how you get killed. Just gotta make the same cautious exit as was the cautious entrance.
Okay, in this case, as you slide on out this hall door, you bump right into a... Give me a d30. Roll it.
17!
Okay, you bump into a shell. The shell is carrying a leather bladder full of water.
Cover ears, keep... Oh wait, no, the shells, cover ears.
They can't.
Keep moving.
Yeah. Okay, so you just... Alright. Let me see.
No sense panicking.
Notice. Okay, as you're climbing... I assume you're climbing up the side?
Yeah, and once I'm out of reach of that particular shell, I gotta uncover my ears, because I can only imagine move silently sucks if you're deaf. You know how loud
yeah,
you
you need to hear.
Adjust,
Do you...
yeah.
What's your climbing kit does what for you?
are. Just +4 to... can I see that thing?
Mike, can I have the
Just
mushroom
looked
book?
it up. I'm pretty sure it's
Sure.
+4.
I got the page dog-eared.
Thank you.
Climbing kit.
I'm always
A kit.
climbing.
Oh, here we go. Kits. Healers, climbers. No, it's just +2.
Okay,
So-
so it's that and your strength? Because you don't... It looks like you don't have
Yeah,
the
I
skill.
have a non-strength, and I don't actually have the skill. So if there's another way out,
There are the stairwells, but they are also traversed. The last time you came down here, you slipped in between groups of shells.
If I just find a nice dark corner or something, I'll wait for an opportunity
Okay,
to use the
that's-
stairwell.
that's the
Because it
best
seems like a climbing kit misused here could cause an
cause-
avalanche,
could
which
cause
would,
you
in
trouble.
addition to burying me, definitely let people know I'm here.
There is hubbub. There you hear slits clacking and running around. They seem to be alerted to,
Yeah, the shell
to
must
an,
have mentioned
an
something.
alien presence.
Yeah.
You don't know how long you have before they find you.
Hmm.
They're maybe 50, 60 feet away.
Time for some classic Metal Gear solding. I just need to find a heavy chunk of bone and, I don't know, huck it somewhere near the stairs.
So classic. Okay.
and then just cheese it
let me
when,
see, does this
when
work?
they look.
Oh my god. Alright. So you do, as you said, there's a nice echo, resounding clack, right, from the hollow bone. It attracts attention. Everyone's rushing over there. You cheese your way out of there.
And then just cheesing it across the plane.
The slits on the plane don't know there's anything going on, so they're hunkered down. They form mounds with their feathers, right, and get to keep warm. So there's big. You can tell them in the dark. There's big lumps, and those are the slits.
Yeah, and at this point, hiding is less important than moving silently because they're not. There's no light sources illuminating the whole of the surface, right?
It's pretty dark. I mean, you could make out silhouettes. They could probably tell that you're not one of them, species-wise.
Yeah, but I'm guessing there's other stuff. Yeah, I might be a water worm. Fuck it. As long as they can't clearly see me, I'm much more worried about move silently back to the trenches.
Okay.
That should hopefully allow me to move a little faster because there's not a whole lot of cover up here in between mounds of bones, anyways.
Yeah, dude, you rolled really well. The only one time you got you got a
As
low
usual,
roll.
solid snake knows the way.
Saves the day.
Throw
Okay.
a thing.
Yeah, it
Works every time.
Okay, so you do make it back without any
Severe incident.
any issue. Yes. There. Wait. Let me see one more thing. Could we have one of these guys? Yes. As you're rounding the last bend. Okay. Well, here's the question. As you get nearer to Amargosia, the wormway gets.
So I'm back into the wormway.
There are options, right? You can try to stay above the wormway on the plane, right?
That would be the most direct path if I could come to the bit of wormway I recognize as being really close to that Armenian sounding place.
Yes.
Yeah.
The question is, do you want to take the wormway or do you want to avoid it?
Wouldn't it be much faster to take the surface if I know where I'm going, which I do?
The issue is every time you run into like one of these clefts where the wormway is.
Oh, I gotta cross.
Try to cross
wormway.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cross it where possible. Because it still seems faster to remain on the surface. It's dark up here. I can see in the dark. Not everything else can.
Okay. You hear the flapping of wings.
Oh,
Big
hell.
leathery wings.
I need to hide in a pile of bone. I'm just gonna burrow.
Bones.
I don't know what you
Okay.
roll to burrow, but I want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. You take a dive. You hide. There is one of these Drapan tiles crawling around nearby. It's got a small group of shells and insects and random creatures with it, and they seem to be just moving, like they're migrating.
Just gonna wait.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're
Give
yeah,
that
you're
a solid
fine.
10 minutes or so, and then carry
go.
on.
+3.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You make it back to town. Gate. The wooden gates close behind you. You're in.
All right, time to deliver this intel to who needs it, which is mostly that giant fellow.
Okay.
Jolly green giant.
So you're gonna go tell them all this.
Yes, and of course the Ilhanina must also know of these things.
When you get there, you find
And
them.
Razzle.
You find them speaking to each other.
Oh, brilliant! That saves me some trouble.
Yeah, they're together, and so is Benimba. They're there, and she's pretending to be very regaled by his stories of giant smithing and times lore.
Benimba, shut the fuck up! I know he's not talking,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna burst in. Benimba, shut the fuck up! Listen, Jolly Green and Ilhanina, man, have I got some shit to tell? Where's the Razzler? He's gonna want to know this.
Yeah, Robbie's got Razzle has got a whole bunch of yaks stomping and looks like a pulp, and he's directing a bunch of small mushrooms.
That's fascinating, but you should probably come with me to this place. I'm going.
I'm coming.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna drag him. He takes so long.
That's true.
You know what? If this jerk, just any of these jerks I see, I'm gonna bring them along for the ride.
Okay, I assume everyone's there.
All right. Hey, that Greek jerk is uniting the Sliths. You know the one I mean. And
he's gonna die.
those jerks. One of the limbs is I'm gonna describe the bone fupa I just visited. Not sure if it's an arm or a leg, but they got one there and one in one of the other fortresses. And then I'm going to describe this potential dirty deal they're discussing, where they will trade the limbs. Oh yeah, and they want to invade your mushroom city! Yeah. So that.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. All
We
right.
need to start shoring up defenses, Obvo.
I have something to say.
Take half an hour to do it, please.
Gonna sit down and prepare to take notes.
I need you to finish my saddle, please.
All right, craft, leatherwork. Where is it? There it is. Okay, one more check mark.
Fantastic.
Are you up to 5?
I'm at 4.
You have 4? Okay.
Now, what were you saying about dark castles and something? What?
Slithix, you're good at defenses, right? You're defensively minded, right? Jesus Christ. You know what? I'll fucking do it myself.
Jorg can give orders, and Benimba also has experience with this. So with the Drapan folk, what they're thinking of doing is taking some carts, reinforcing the... There's 3 main ways into the city right, that are fairly wide walkway. That's how you rolled your carts in. So what they want to do is jam those up, and then behind them build another layer, and then behind that build another layer
We're
of
gonna
carts.
jam and jam.
And jam and jam. And
Circle the cards.
So, yes, well, you know, inside.
Horrible idea.
Jam this up. All right. Although I have the inclination that our people, being so migratory in nature, are kind of used to a different kind of defenses. Whereas here, what we have is a nice solid settlement, right?
Yeah.
That does not migrate.
No.
It is not nomadic in nature.
No.
It is in fact mushroomic in nature.
do they have
fungoid,
walls?
if you will.
The outer structure of the cavern, it's again bone, stone, and living plant matter that formed it. Above where the ground would be, there is mushroom hull. So out there on the bulbs, there are places where you can pop out on top of this tower. It's kind of round and curved, and there are places where archers could stand and take shots.
Nice.
Right at people down below.
Right.
So you can get quite high up in here.
And we could be narrowing these down instead of with carts, with big old cavalry spikes jutting out of the bone and floor, except for some walkways that we want.
If you want to spike the ways into the place,
yeah.
the main ways. Okay, instead of jamming them with carts.
Yeah, carts can be set on fire, and I kind of want to keep those.
Okay, yeah, smart.
How much time do we have to prepare?
Who knows? We better get on.
Got trap making.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I made punji sticks.
Oh,
You do have punji sticks.
Oh,
yes.
get a team of mushroom laborers under you. Start really making some craps
Yes,
and traps.
in light of the fact that the town or the city is going to be attacked, you can
Get more children.
you can get all
Hey, we're
basically
gonna get sieged. You
all the
wanna-
mushroom
you wanna do
folk
something about that?
can start working and following orders.
Yes, more punji sticks.
Turns out that Greek
Okay.
asshole is indeed trying to unify them. Surprise, surprise, I know. Right? And
Well, you did break his legs and threatened to kill him.
And now we're gonna have to do it.
Can we?
I would have killed him quietly.
Do you have something
Dignity.
drawn up to what the settlement looks like?
Oh, that would be good.
There's just the one like cavernous primary entrance, right?
No, there are 3 entrances.
A
Could you
drawing.
make us a
David.
crude map there.
Yeah, I can.
I'm going.
Or make Dave do it.
Wow, I'm doing other stuff.
No, you're not.
Yes, I can just do this.
Does anybody have
Both
appraise
hands
in our party?
I can appraise scrolls and books.
I'm trying to decide what my last skill should be.
Can you take appraise?
No, but I do have bonuses in it already. So if I cross skilled it, I'd have 3 ranks and I'd still be at plus
Yeah, it's a
8,
fine.
you know.
It's a fine skill. Let me see what you got.
I'm already at plus 5 to it. You don't really need to level up appraise like that.
Yeah, not really. What's your craft?
I could pick a craft.
You should.
All the ones with the check marks are my class skills.
Yeah.
So I've used every class skill except for profession and craft, I think. I thought about cross-classing into ride.
Yeah.
Maybe get a mount at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. Ride, craft, appraise.
Is there like a craft that we need as a party?
Holy crap.
Maybe blacksmithing. Always need metalwork done.
It's probably a
I
bunch.
think that's technically a profession.
Oh, is it?
But he has profession.
Yeah, I could do either craft or profession.
Okay, so
There's always that. There's woodworking. You know.
Fungo can do that.
Fungo. Blacksmithing could be useful though.
It's an option.
Or
Maybe I'll just take it.
some of the weapon making. You can make weapons for the minions.
Yeah.
Bow making.
okay, so you can have a look at this. So one's from the side, one's from top down. It's
Oh.
quite tall. There are 3 main ways in where there's bottlenecks there, and
Nice.
outside of those ways, that's the worm way. Right out in the countryside, that's the worm way leading into this place. Inside is this huge cavern, and on the walls there's really thick walls. That's where they have their structures and their houses, and they have hidden spiral stairwells in the back there, up and down. There's also more structure in the basement, but there at the bottom there's internal rivers. It goes down as well. There's rivers, streams. They have fields, terraced fields on the inside of the place.
It's basically like a full-on dwarf fortress.
But it's alive, yeah.
You just can't escape it, can you?
It's just with fungus people instead
Wait,
of dwarves.
Yes.
I have a question. Show that to John. Can these monsters fly? Do we know yet?
What monster? Oh, the
The ones
Swiss?
that we have to fight.
They don't fly.
Oh, okay, thank God.
The dragons do.
And that
they
group
have-
will make a pact with anyone.
Do they have dragons employed?
John did not see any dragons in their company.
Go ahead.
Is this,
but there
this
are
is what it
dragons
looks
in
like
there.
out on the outside?
from the side view.
So this is in the worm trench? This tower? This spiral?
So you see on the top-down view, you see where it breaks out into the countryside. Here,
Oh, I see. So these are worm trench
So
ways?
these are the bottlenecks. These are the way into the place, right? So those are the worm ways out there in the countryside. Those are the worm ways.
and the rest rises up to the
This
surface.
is the body of the cavern. Here's the guy stuck into the wall, right? And this goes up and up and up and up from here. And in the walls themselves, that's where some of the structures and everything are.
So over here is bone?
That would be bone. Yeah, this is tall bone, tall
Bone,
tall
bone that goes above
No,
the structure, right?
At a certain point, it meets the structure, and the structure keeps going. So you see this line here? That's where the bone meets.
Yes.
These are the bone ways in, and then it keeps going up. So there are walkways out here on these bulbs and
Is
nodules.
so this is the surface of the bone? Is that
Yes, and the bone
Yes.
way is down.
subterranean
Bone Daddy.
surface
Yes.
above.
Yes.
fucking what was it? Oh, what is this structure made of?
it's
Bone?
living.
It's
Oh,
living.
shroom. It's
fungus.
the shroom.
Fungus.
hole.
It's the fungus.
Shroom
It's
hole.
a giant fucking mushroom.
Yeah, we spotted it when we first showed up.
Wait,
Oh,
Can-
that's the thing we were looking at.
can
Okay.
we possibly grow the structure to close some of these entryways?
They could. Yeah, that you can. It could take weeks or months.
I say we get it down to one entryway.
Couldn't we just camouflage net some of the... do you mean above? Yeah, we can seal up 2 of them and then defend the shit out of 1.
That way we don't have to split anyone or the party.
There were walkways and smaller entrances in these nodes. Or
they're not entrances. They're like balconies.
Ah, okay.
If you had a lot of flying ability, they could be entrances.
All right, maybe we should. If they know about them, they know. Those will be easier.
Which
These little nodes and shit,
Oh, they're
so they could fly up there and whatnot if they had a lot of flying ability.
They might.
Yeah, they might. Should we just net
They're
those off?
fucking birds.
Yeah, we
after all.
should. We don't know if the bird people can fly.
They can't.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, one of them's got to be able to fly. I don't like it. They're birds. I mean, I hate birds.
All right, but yeah. So which entrance of the 3 was would be from their point of view at the FUPA would be the likeliest one, the quickest to transport the divert troops.
This one is pointing in that direction.
So that is the one.
Yeah,
Let's
let's just trap the shit out of it
here.
And
trap the
hold
shit
it.
and fortify the shit out of this one. Block or seal. If I'm going to use less letters.
Yeah, Benimba says it wouldn't be too hard to take tons of bone and then jam up the entryways.
Yeah, let's do
As a
it.
matter of fact, with all that bone powder, we can just take ass loads of bone powder and some water and some moss and create a sort of mortar.
Like a concrete.
Yeah.
That's a better idea than
That
just
sounds
putting
sweet.
bone there, because I'll just dig it through.
So yes, people with construct. Oh my God, they all have carpentry.
Yep.
Oh, these are the perfect guys to defend themselves. They just don't know how.
They're also kind of slow.
Here, study this for the next 6 hours.
Can we close up the some of these balconies too? Just in case?
Yes, you can.
And then maybe leave the very top one as an emergency exit for
Ourself on pterodactyl.
for ourselves.
By which I mean yourself on pterodactyl.
If things go bad.
Yeah, okay, those are all options.
Well, you guys can get into my bag of holding. We can get
I'm
out of
gonna
here.
write some more stuff.
Say that again? Say it again?
You didn't hear nothing.
Say that again.
No, you
right.
go.
You go. Question, Alex?
No, just listening.
Okay. Slithix, do you have any input?
No, it makes good sense. How we might have a hard time making enough bone powder to make concrete, but if we use the regular existing bones and just sort of mesh the concrete in between them, create a sort of a hybrid structure, we could probably do enough in time.
Yeah, that would essentially be the rebar, the reinforcing bar.
I see. I shouldn't have given this problem to you guys with your actual construction knowledge. It's not.
We know too much!
We already know too much. Yeah, exactly.
The bone would act as rebar. Everything else would rigidify the concrete.
So far, I'm feeling like we need some avalanche traps. You know what I'm saying?
All they need to do is start
And,
a big fire
spikes there.
on the outside of your mushroom, and you'll all
What is the terrain
cook
like?
nicely
in
inside the hull.
It is bone. It is
Mushroom.
bone.
Throw some onions in there.
These are wormways.
Yeah.
So if we can
Minced
find a way
garlic,
to
right?
collapse
Maybe
the sides
exactly.
in on them.
Bell peppers.
What you're saying is if they get some breading around the outside...
Mike, we need the wisest mushroom. That is to say the most experienced to build.
Why not?
Okay. You find
What's
one of
that
the elder
beef
shrooms
log dish called? That's got
who
like the
poofs
bread
at you,
and then
alarmed
mushrooms
poofs.
and then the slab of meat.
Gary Gobbo.
Oh, this guy's huge, by the way. He's like
Wait, what?
7 feet tall and lumpy, so lumpy, extra
Gary
limbs.
Gobbo.
Okay.
Have a
It's a
plan.
fancier.
Listen,
You're not talking
man.
about a meatloaf,
And
are
do we
you?
have our own
That's
crude map
disgusting.
in
Solid.
game? Do we have our own crude map in game?
Yes.
For planning? Okay. See, Mr. Mushroom, I'm feeling that we need to be able to collapse the sides of these passages.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
He nods.
Yes, yes. Can you get some men on that pronto?
Let me think here.
Men, shrew.
Pass me the book that the Mike and Iz are in.
I'm done with this.
We can do that. You guys can continue your conversation.
John, what? Dave had a meat-based question.
What's the giant log of meat that's wrapped
Beef
in a
Wellington.
Thank you.
Yep. That's right.
How sweaty
go.
have you been?
Yeah.
lately?
Asking the wrong person.
I should have asked for something on the Carl's menu.
We heard that you finished a whole burrito by yourself and then had to go home early.
But meat sweats. Tell me about these meat
And
sweats.
Sailor Mike was very concerned. Is she gonna be okay?
No, he's gonna go home and shit himself to death.
Okay, yeah, they got a
Gotta wake
plan.
up tomorrow and do
Brilliant.
it again.
And then we want to, get some some outward pointing spikiness, conveniently where it says spikes.
Wow.
And then, of course, our mortar mixture will be thoroughly applied to these where it says, where it says seal.
Okay, gotcha. And also the ones upstairs.
Such as
I'm going to go ahead and put this on our battle cam for the poor people who don't know what the hell we're talking about.
And could you, Mike, point out where you? Oh, right.
Really,
you
it's
said
just
we
us
should keep
who's
the ones
rewatching the
here,
videos.
the nodules,
I don't
the
know what we're
balconies
talking
for
about. I haven't
archery
seen
purposes.
pictures.
Don't want to seal those off.
Yes. Yeah, we
right
don't
there.
all of those.
In fact,
Okay.
I will write
Okay.
it. and put
He's
this
busy.
back.
Oh, you just...
All right.
I know.
Here's
Well, I
a-
got to update.
We have combat coming, and I have
He's-
spells to pick.
He's looking up the most obscure feats that no one's ever heard of.
I actually also
And
have
it's
to pick
all
a
gonna
feat.
end up being some chain tripping build.
No, I'm just a lizard. I like yelling and smoking things that shouldn't be smoked.
Can I start drawing on the battle map the pass we want to hold?
This place is huge. If you want to fight in one of them, you're going to have to... One of them will fill up the battle map.
Right,
Well, then
which
we
we're
should-
going for this one.
Yes.
We should maybe close it in a bit then.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
spikes.
we're blocking off some of the other entrances.
No, I mean even the one that we're holding. Maybe we should make that even smaller. As
Yeah, I
as a
think-
choke point.
Create a
Yeah, we're
bottleneck.
going to make spikes and then a small choke point where we can defend. We got our ranged attackers.
What
Well,
exactly are we doing with the spikes?
We're going to have them facing towards the enemy as opposed to ourselves.
How are they attached to the? How are we doing that?
They are going to be pointy bits of bone lodged into other bone and kept fast in that bone with this bone
Do I
mortar
still
I
have two
propose.
Myconids following me?
So they're like ramparts,
Yeah, they're following you
kind
around.
of?
Have they
Or barricades rather?
done anything?
Yeah, more like
or
cavalry spike
they've
barricades.
been watching you.
Okay, fair enough.
Now that a whole bunch of activity is starting and everyone's running around, they seem hesitant, but they eventually break off from you and start running around, grabbing bags of mortar. They have spore paste that they use to start growing things.
You want to give a motivational sermon?
I don't see why not.
Sounds like a good idea.
Make the blood run up the walls.
And
Always
down.
be yelling.
Always
Hot
be
and cold
yelling.
running blood.
Crap. Siege.
Do you have
or
speech?
something?
I have knowledge religion.
Make catapults?
Okay, I'll give you a nice
Then
knowledge
we
religion
can make
check,
the
and you
children man
actually
the
roll pretty well.
I'm at plus 10 for what it's worth.
Please.
You roll way better than I thought you did.
Do we?
Um,
what kind of weapons?
So John,
Motivational
Thus
speech?
it has
Sermon?
been
Yeah,
decreed
and so these
defense and
I
killing
don't think they have any.
things and in the name of God.
very good.
For your Ilhanina.
You're real
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, throw that in there a couple times.
Yes,
Um,
everyone knows.
Ilhanina.
So you're good to go, covering all your bases.
So this is just John Madden in a religious kind of defense, Ilhanina, defense, ready for some siege.
quarterback, end zone, touchdown.
There you go.
Ilhanina.
Mushroom. Okay,
Are you ready for some murder?
I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone 100 EXP,
Wow.
an extra 100 to John, an
Wow.
extra 50 to Robbie.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
And that's for everything up till now.
I
So
want to make catapults.
that may be too complicated.
Yeah.
Also,
No!
no metal components.
Adrian has craft siege craft.
Profession
where-
tank mechanic.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're natural at building ballista. And a trebuchet.
Oh, and so, yeah, I think we're going to have to divide our labor. I know we don't have division of labor on the tech tree yet. But,
No,
but,
no.
You know, we'll get there.
Okay.
But, yeah, we're going to need a bunch of the lesser use mushrooms. They can be making the mortar.
Yeah.
'Cause we're going to need a lot of that for a lot of shit.
Several have been sacrificed, falling into the mortar.
Oh, jeez. Don't we
They're
have any
on-
priority to fishing them
They're
out?
only gonna make it stronger.
Oh my god.
Like the Great Wall of China.
Yes, and
Aren't
the
they
Hoover Dam.
constantly being born every day? The little ones.
Yes.
Okay,
Fair enough, so
so
it
that's not a big deal.
Alright, yeah, so the mortar
No,
needs
my
to be
baby.
applied for
Yeah.
the placing of the spikes. They gotta be mortared into that bone.
Yes.
Solid mortar's got to seal off these entrances and the nodules.
I'm gonna do some checks. So we're trapping the outside wormway. We're mortaring.
The avalanche traps, I'm going to defer to
Yeah, they're taking
the
care of
elder
it.
shrooms. I
They're-
wouldn't know how to do
They've
that.
got teams of guys out there.
The avalanche traps, they won't collapse the tunnel, right?
They'll collapse a good part of it, but where it
The-
breaks off here and here.
The
not our defense
mushrooms.
point.
The mushrooms are working at a point further out. You're not sure exactly how much avalanching bone will go.
Because we don't want it completely collapse.
No. The idea I have in my gobbo mind of minds is that as they're coming through here, whichever one or both, they collapse in, and ideally it'll actually give them a nice downhill incline so they can just run right into these spikes and have a nice fun time with that.
Okay. Yes, so they've got that going. You guys have got your spikes going.
Unless I have Gandalf, that'll be a problem.
Do one of us still have grease?
I've got a very greasy manticore hide.
No, the spell grease.
I've got the
greasy
spell
manticore
grease.
hide.
It doesn't last
If
that long.
they're on the incline coming in, and you
grease it?
cast grease on the incline, they will slide into the spikes.
That would be
It's a
hilarious.
good idea, yeah. But we got to really narrow down this
Yeah.
this path, so it's a good idea. I'll start preparing grease then.
And, geez, the ranged defenders primarily fall on us. I'm guessing the shrooms don't have a lot of those. By us, I mean
No, it's going to be
Drapanese.
Drapan folk throwing javelins and shooting bows and
That's
arrows.
good. We want them out of harm's way.
Oh
so
man, we can also
Yeah, we
set
may
the
have to
grease
build,
on fire after they slide.
we may have to do some scaffolding on these nodules up here so they can have some cover.
Okay.
To fire from.
You have a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Depending on how much
We don't
you
know
want to do
how much limited time
in what
we have.
order. Yes. So
I would say the spikes take priority.
are you guys going to work into the night?
No, I would say in
night.
order of priority, sealing off the other two entrances is
Yes.
priority 1.
I got that up at the top.
Okay. Then I would say spikes is priority 2,
Sure.
followed by ranged defense, scaffolding, and cover,
Okay.
with the avalanche traps being priority 4.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, I get it. Okay, working into the night, you guys get most of it done. The sun is about to come up,
Yes.
or it's about to get light out.
We don't even know for a fact. The invasion is not a fact. They were debating it.
Yes.
But it would be nice to be prepared.
Yes. So it's the next morning. You're all exhausted. The mushrooms are plopped in their springs and lying all over the place.
Now, the Drapanese, most of us didn't contribute too much to this effort, right? We don't even
No, they were helping out,
Okay.
and they also the Drapan folk were helping construct the scaffolds.
Hey, do these mushroom guys have any chemical means of keeping me awake? Mushroom coffee or anything like that?
You know what? They can provide you with various brews
This spell is simple,
may or may not be
but it's actually
caffeinated.
really good.
I have a question. This is a character, a spell question.
Okay.
Okay, so this feat, toughening transmutation.
Sounds good.
Or I was thinking the squid.
Whenever you
Not a bad
cast
idea.
a transmutation spell, you can choose to grant yourself
Also,
or one creature
fucks up
targeted by the
casters.
spell damage reduction 5
Okay.
slash magic, right?
It's 1 round, right?
For 1 round.
Yeah.
Now these are like these weird mage feats that buff your spells of certain school, right? So theoretically, message is a 0 level transmutation
You
spell.
can buff
So
somebody with
according-
DR from across the map.
According to the way this feat is supposed to function, I could theoretically just use the 0 level spell message, and whisper Dave and tell him to eat my ass, and then
him DR.
he'll get DR5 for 1 round.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you'll get your ass eaten later.
So do you?
Always a plus.
Would you allow this?
It works.
It's not even that.
I don't see a problem.
Because you
No,
have to
'cause it
spend
only
your
lasts
whole
1
turn doing
round.
it, Yeah.
Yeah, and it only lasts 1 round.
Yeah,
Frankly,
it's not-
you're wasting a feat.
It's not particularly
No.
broken.
Honestly, like when you run out of magic missiles,
Yeah.
that's a great.
Does it?
Because it uses zeros.
Does it
zero
last
levels.
longer for higher level spells?
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
It's just,
just
one
one
round.
round?
No matter what.
I
Just
have-
have the transmutation spell.
I have the one
Any
for.
level.
Oh, so you just keep doing it to whoever's tanking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one for conjuration that
I'm
makes
guessing
smoke
that would be me.
pop up on the map.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I feel strong.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with that.
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
No, that's crafty.
I have-
It's not. It's not even.
It's outright.
It's not even broken.
Davidian, if you will.
Yeah, that's just a good use of the rules. Now, if you could get 5 chain attacks that turn into 15 chain attacks that trip over your
To be
opponents.
fair, that was the most broken thing I ever designed.
I'm gonna drink some mushroom brew, because I gotta be awake.
Okay.
And I must be upon the scaffolding. How is this scaffolding?
They focused on the direction pointing where they think the bad guys are going to come from. They can probably field maybe 30 archers.
Okay, so me being Gary Gobbo, just to remind you, am small. I could run back and forth a little bit doing my thing.
What do you mean by that?
I need to move to get skirmish damage.
Oh yeah.
Or now, am I
the
within
the
30
balconies-
Am
the
I within
balconies-
30 feet of the ground, or is it?
Oh
too
no,
high?
no, you're higher.
I'm gonna have to be on ground level for my shit then.
Okay.
Which is fine. Now I must go to the spotting point, which I believe Robbie is going to use as to book it on on his pterodactyl when the time comes.
Okay.
Which will be the second the fighting starts.
Yeah.
I could bring one small person with
I
me.
must use that to spot for enemies.
I'm also
enemies!
small.
I'm sorry. Who's
Unless there's
talking?
better spotters than
Talking
me,
right
but
now?
I better just go and
Pterodactyl's full.
Keep a spot on, be prepared to sound the alarm.
Gotcha. Okay. So John goes up there, gets a spot, has some
And,
shroom.
Yeah, we should probably have everybody drinking some coffee and shit, you know.
John, what's your will?
My will? Does it triumph? It's
All right,
plus
you
2.
know what? Give me your fortitude instead. That's better.
Fort, plus 3.
Okay.
Did we not sleep or something?
No, we
no,
worked
you
tonight.
guys can sleep now that it's about dawn. I assume you're going to.
Yep.
Okay.
Taking off the armor,
The
huge.
usual. Okay. Athletics. Gonna get your.
Did I need
beauty
to
sleep?
stay up in the night for the physical labor for
I
any
assume.
reason?
I
You're
assume
not
you helped.
too great at physical labor, though.
I'm very small.
The
You
only
prob-
thing I can
probably
think
wouldn't
of,
make a good
he could
difference.
help harden the mortar real quick with that
I
fire.
can cook the mortar, yeah.
That would probably really help, actually.
All right. So we'll say that you worked and you burned stuff throughout the
Okay.
night.
Then yeah, I'm gonna.
So you're going to be exhausted, and the inside of your mouth is going to be basically one big flake. Yeah.
I need a water.
Razzle, are you going to sleep in the morning?
I have to get the spells. So.
Okay.
Wait,
Adrian?
you didn't need to stay up all night, though. You can't contribute to the labor at all. You're old.
Yeah, I have to get my spells.
can
I need
yell
to
at the
sleep.
Yeah,
kids.
Robbie slept in the night.
So he went to
couldn't
sleep.
help at all. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah, that's probably true.
and probably neither could this guy.
Nah, this guy's carrying tank rounds. Of course he could help.
What? I didn't.
You can
cast
carry
any
concrete.
spells.
Oh, you're just. Oh, really? You didn't cast any spells? Yeah, what I'm saying is you didn't really. There's not much you could do to help the general labor effort. You may as well have been sleeping, right?
Sure.
Nonsense.
I mean, what would you have done to help?
Characteristically,
Yeah.
Adrian would have gone to sleep.
Yeah.
He's fat.
Yeah.
You know?
I probably would have gone to sleep.
Would have drank some
I did in the
Jerry,
real army
had a
and I'll do the
cigarette.
fantasy army. I don't give a fuck.
Pop on that ACH and knock out. You gave a sermon, but other than that, you have good strength. I mean, decent strength.
Yeah, well,
You probably helped. I'm
probably did, but-
Characteristically, you probably did help.
And I had to run around overseeing things.
Yeah, you were up all night. Okay. Yeah, so some of you guys are going to be able to wake up at the correct time. So Razzle and Adrian,
So us three should be drinking that mushroom coffee.
unless you want to just get
No,
your
or you
sleep,
can just sleep.
to get your
I
I
spells
would
back.
rather.
You need spells,
I
yeah.
would
Good
rather
point.
sleep. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the whole, take off the armor. Snooze.
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
You didn't use any spells, right? And you can
My
get them back
spells
fairly
come back.
quickly.
I have 2 spell slots now, and they come back after an hour of downtime. So
All right, so you just knock out for an hour, and you're
Well,
all right.
about
Or
an hour.
until you're needed.
Need sleep
Yeah, you just
also,
knock
and
out
lizard.
until you're needed.
Very small.
Yeah. Okay, so
Must
the
rest.
day is going by. At about noon, John, you fall asleep at your post, which is it's okay. Razzle spots you. I assume he doesn't do anything.
Wait, I thought I was sleeping.
You're awake now. We're in the middle
you
of the next
slept in
day.
the night because you had no reason to
in
stay
the
up
night?
all night.
In.
I
Good
need to
night.
go to the spell shack.
Okay, so you'll do that closer to the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, I assumed you would have done that.
All right, now what's happening?
You just be old all day.
I just wanted to yada yada the naked old man ass in the spell shack.
just be old all day.
I guess
I don't know what you
when
do.
I wake up, I want to get back to setting up the traps because I have the knowledge about them to
Yeah.
help everyone keep on going.
So by the early afternoon of that next day that you're on now, it looks like they're done building
Does
traps.
your pterodactyl have spot?
Yes.
You mind keeping him on that?
Sure. Can I have the pterodactyl at the very top?
Yes.
And then I'll have it freak out and mentally tell me if it sees anything.
It's starting to get evening again the next day. You're awake now.
Like naturally, or
You're naturally
Fatigued.
no, you're naturally awake now. And-
no,
and you-
I missed the invasion.
You fell asleep at about a little before noon.
Okay.
You woke up at about 6 or 7.
Okay.
You guys are all awake now. Most of the construction is done. The mushrooms are with their primitive partisan weapons, patrolling their balconies and walking around.
And what we will indeed need is a line of mushrooms on ground level for when the invasion comes.
How do you know we're getting besieged?
Look, it's not a fact, but, they were mulling it over pretty hard. They might come at us with some sort of white flag, that's their deadliest weapon.
Oh, what did you listen in on one of their meetings?
At about 7 p.m., the pterodactyl does ding off in your head, Robbie.
I have have illustrated with my excellent artistic skill.
What,
Yeah.
you got
Spice.
scouting or something?
But
He's
yeah,
at
we
the
need guys to
very
defend
top
that
of
little
the-
walkway.
Yes.
Not as many as we
colony
would have needed
watching.
before, but let's make sure that we're yeah, we're good.
Am I getting a sense of danger? What's going on?
Are you gonna go up there?
Well, he can communicate up to a mile, and I can.
Okay.
You get empathy.
Yeah,
It's
empathy, yeah.
empathic communication.
He sees lots of things on the horizon moving this ways.
Oh fuck!
From the expected.
Yes, from the expected direction.
I
Hey you!
must get to. Oh. Alarm! Alarm! There. And I need to get to ground level because that's the only place where my burnesses can apply.
And your burnesses.
Burn, burnesses.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the pterodactyl come down, and then we're gonna line up and hold the line.
Okay. Minutes go by, then an hour, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours. And what happens is this horde of sliths, they get not too close. They start to surround the city. You see that every now and then they break into argument. All right, and pockets of them start jumping on each other. There are several thousand.
You wanna goad them? Goad them.
Gonna make
They
fried chicken out of you.
They go into the wormway. They come up to where the doors were. They see that the doors are concrete. They start clawing at the concrete. Then they back off. Some of your guys come out in the balconies and shoot arrows at them. You get a couple spells coming up from below. It looks like magic missile, and you get a couple Drapan warriors with magic missile wounds. I assume you'll take care of them, or you want to save your spells.
Heal check. The
Skill
skill.
checks. Okay. Yeah. So this happens until around midnight. It's dark again. You see fires out on the horizon, and it looks like the shape of the ground is changing. Maybe they're building something.
What
they're
about
gonna see.
what about this choke point that we're holding? Do they ever come up here?
They come close to it, but they can see from a distance that it's not safe.
Yeah, because we're holding it.
Yeah, because it's fortified. So a couple do scout in here. They're spotted by you guys pretty easily. I mean, they're trying to sneak, but they're really bad at it. And you guys incinerate them without even a problem.
Do we have the?
So they're establishing a camp, it seems like.
They're feeling you out.
All right. But what's this mound you say that is?
You can't tell right now. It's quite dark. All you can see is that the horizon is changing shape.
Oh, I think I have on a dark vision, even for. Never mind. Dark vision's only over 60 feet, right?
Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah. Which means you can see in shadow illumination twice that far, but that's
how do you have
120
dark
feet. It's farther than that. You can only assume.
Do I have dark vision?
You're
I thought
human.
I did have it for some
You're
reason.
dirty.
Familiar
Human.
reason?
I think
Familiar link?
Oh no, I don't have dark. Why did
All
I'm
right.
thinking of Baldur's Gate.
Well, no sense counter scouting their strange thing that
think
they're
you're
doing until
familiar with
daytime.
dark
If I
vision
go
or
out there
something
now
like
and get
that.
caught, that is suicide.
Or no, you were asking
So,
if it did.
We'll
because
just have to
it
set
became
up
a magic beast.
much more watches than usual tonight,
Mhm.
you know, and high alarm status and all. But for the most part, everyone's got to get their sleep and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guard rotations and whatnot.
Yes. Okay. So you guys get your sleep. Let's see what happens. Where's my other? Hold on. Okay. Around 3 a.m. You start to hear a weird, like running water. Standing in the spiked walkway, there are gallons of water coming in from the outside.
They're fluting.
Yeah, the concrete areas, they're also getting flooded, and you can hear fighting from the balconies.
Right. Okay. So now, will this water, if left to its own devices, drain into our own cisterns?
Yeah, depending. Well, yeah. Right now, it's not a threat
Alright.
because there's a large lower portion to the cavern.
Let's just get a crew working on diverting that.
What do you mean by that?
A construction crew. If there's water coming in, we may as well build a big drainage ditch to get it somewhere harmless, such as down even further.
Yeah. So what the Myconids will do is try to divert it into where their water stores are
Yeah.
and keep it off of the fields because it could ruin some of their
Yes.
their plants and upset their aphids. Out on the balconies, There are sliths have taken hides of those worms and other animals they're using as shields, and they've come up with this, and they're coming up to the your concrete barrier, and they're trying to chip away at it with tools and rocks.
Do we have big, heavy things to throw? That's a classic siege defense.
Yeah, you can drop rocks on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get an
Much
assembly
more effective than arrows. Up
assembly
close.
line of because these hides are absorbing the arrows, and your archers are getting hit with the occasional spell.
Whereas we can just lift rocks over the battlements, no problem. So yeah, like I said, assembly line. Here's some heavy stuff. Pass it along.
Who's casting these spells?
There are
Force?
different colored sliths that are casting spells, and there have been sightings of the fuck force in the mob of sliths. So there was one place where someone said he heard really awful music, and that upset all your soldiers for a few minutes while that happened. They're. Let me see here. Can I get spots from everyone?
You have mine.
+3.
Yeah.
+3. Yes, +3.
Okay. All right. It looks like it's just David here. Robbie?
Wait, what's mine? 4.
Okay, so Razzle and Slithix
What books you got there?
managed to get the shit out of their eyes and see that they've got. They look kind of like siege equipment, but they've got their water worms and they're squeezing.
Launch worm
They're squeezing the water worms sort of at the barriers.
to try and wash it
Water
away.
is coming in, and they're chipping away at the mortar, and with the water, it's starting to slush up, and they're cutting in because it hadn't had time to set.
You want to target those worms with something magic, like a missile of some sort?
Don't those worms pop if they're slightly ruptured?
This is a job for Adrian. I don't have any magic missiles right now.
Really? How
Sure.
unusual for you.
I-
Grease.
Hold off on
I had
that.
grease.
I can magic missile. Sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, do what you want to do. I mean, if you're just going to get your spells back. It's not... Wait, would that require you waking up? Because it's like 3 a.m. this
It's
time.
3 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, this is 3 a.m.
Yeah, and you're a lazy shit.
I mean, the day before I didn't use any spells.
I think we need to.
You probably still have spells.
I
yeah.
think we need to wake up for this for sure.
Yeah, because we how long have we been at this town? Like,
You've probably been here for 4 or 5 days now.
yeah, I haven't used a spell since like 5
came
days
in.
ago.
Yeah.
So I should be good. Yeah, so I'll just I'll wake up and I'll magic missile this worm. Old school. So yeah.
Old school.
7 damage.
Okay, yeah, he springs a big leak.
Oh.
The birds are freaking out. One of them heals your leak. There are a bunch of them out there.
Let's see. Now, I don't get
Adrian's
bonus.
upset.
I don't get bonus damage, but am I within arrowing range? Can I just try and put some holes?
Probably
in this?
300 feet from you.
That's way out of short bow.
How big is the Myconid colony?
Do you mean the structure, or how many people are
How
in
many
it?
people?
There's probably 800 Myconids.
And about 1,000
Lord.
attackers?
There's probably a few thousand slits outside.
Jesus Christ.
Then I shall die as one of them!
Alright, see you later, Sydney.
These guys look like a slit.
How tall are the slits?
About a little over 6 feet.
Perfect. Be a small slit.
Perfect.
How's that perfect?
Perfect.
They're in my height range of disguise self.
Oh,
shit.
yes.
Are you gonna do some spec ops shit right now?
By
No,
spec
you mean
ops,
running
you mean
away.
running away. Leaving this terrible place.
Is there to get to higher levels? What is there? Stairs? How do you get up there?
Yeah, there's all sorts of spiral stairwells on the inside.
Do you guys want to start reinforcing some of the higher points? Because I don't know if we're going to be able to.
Oh, I was kind of hoping your pterodactyl could drop me off behind enemy lines. Maybe I can cause some internal mischief.
All right.
Okay. You guys dropped rocks on them, and that stopped them from attacking
now.
the barriers. Yeah, you crushed several of them under their leather hoods, and they pulled back again.
Oh,
we have a
they
little
did
bit of
pull
resting.
back. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it turns out most people don't like big rocks being thrown at them.
And you have enough Myconids to make an assembly line, dropping boulders
Nice.
perpetually.
So we are fending them off for now.
For now.
For now, yeah.
We must send Gabo
I know.
into the night.
I know.
Should I?
Get on my pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Should I go with you?
Hey, if you want to disguise yourself.
It's a
knock
good thing you
yourself out.
finished that saddle.
Yeah.
I'm a gobbo, and as such, we have +4 to ride naturally, so
Very
I always
cool.
have a saddle.
Gross.
My grundle is shaped for animals.
I don't know what I
Yeah.
can really do out there.
You got bluff?
Yeah. You can go around giving fake orders and shit.
I can't speak their language though.
Some of them speak common.
Yeah, they
Why-
do.
Yeah, but why would we be speaking common?
Here's your strategy.
We're bird people.
The Greek guy said, and then give him a really stupid idea.
That's an idea.
Yeah, you can just
You also
say,
know that
Just
these.
tell him he said rush now or something.
You also know that these birds are from different clans that usually are fighting each other.
And probably have different dialects, and so common is probably their
Do
language.
we ever hear them speaking common to each other?
Yes, I
You've
do.
heard them
All the
speak
time.
common to each other.
How
Yeah.
do you think I
Oh,
intercepted
man.
this?
You got this.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and you, we
All
have
right.
trouble to brew.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna have Saki hold Adrian's arms.
Okay.
And John can ride him.
Yeah, and
And-
we will go probably over here, and me and Adrian will weave our way around undercover. They're not here or here, right? They're all kind of walled up in this general direction.
What are you,
that
are you
way.
talking about the slits?
The enemy. You said they encircled us, right?
They encircled you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then we'll have to go quite far over them to where it's reasonable to touch down, and then by our means of the wormway, me and Adrian will start making our way back with my trusty skiing skills.
All right. So let me check your ride.
I will rope us to this thing
I need a
for extra
sidebar.
safety.
I need a sidebar with Saki.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sidebarring.
Hey, yeah, take him in there and yeah, but if anything goes bad,
Just drop
No,
it.
he's just gonna drop us off and then come back.
I want to let you know if anything goes wrong, you leave him to die and you come back to Razzle, all right? I need you, baby. I need you.
Clear. Fuck that guy.
Just do me a. Can I borrow some of your roap? I want to rope us to the pterodactyl.
Sure.
Then I'll unrope us when we get there.
All right, yeah, borrow the rope.
Gotcha.
Which I do
Yes.
have that skill. I
And
have
you
the
do have
shit
you
out
do
of
use
it.
rope. Okay. Yeah. So I rolled your rides. I rolled your use rope. You fly on out there. It's hard to tell if anyone spotted you or not. Let me see if you get high enough to the. John, give me a D30.
Why can't Adrian do it? I'm always the D27.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Adrian, go ahead and reroll that.
No.
What?
No. You
What?
said, John, give me a D30.
Yeah,
I'm
you
John. I'm
did.
Gary
Good,
Gobbo. I gave
John.
you a D30. It was
Yeah.
very lucky. How much gold do I get?
And
It
experience.
was whether or not you fall off.
27,000 gold.
Give me
that's
my
what
air
it says.
gold.
So you guys are running your own show here, man.
Give me my air gold.
What do you need me for? All right. You got close to the serpentine in your flight.
Oh yeah, that makes you go crazy. Yeah.
You did hear the words of a famous noted philosopher Marcus Aurelius in your ears for a few moments, and as you're flying towards your battle, he says something akin to, "Don't let your duty be an alarm to you, for as the bee was born to gather nectar, you were born for the work of a man." / Gobbo. Thusly
I am
inspired,
inspired.
you land behind enemy lines.
Untie the rope, claim the rope, and prepare to cause mischief. You don't know how to hide, do you?
No.
He's just got this
You don't know how to move silently, do you?
No. Are we like secluded right now?
Yeah.
How far from where are we going?
You're 200 feet behind the enemy lines.
I suppose
Okay.
we ought to start making our way towards that mound. You want to disguise up now?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self.
So it gives you plus 20
Gives
to
me plus 20 to
disguise check.
disguise.
I'm just gonna give him a
Check.
direction, and then I gotta go off on my own.
What the fuck
Okay.
are my dice?
I don't know.
You want me to roll for you?
What the motherfucker?
I can roll
Oh,
for you.
I think you're supposed to roll for me.
Yeah, is it a skill check?
Yes. So it's I'm gonna be at plus.
What's your charisma on?
20 something.
Do I have any points to disguise? No, I don't. Okay, so it'll be plus 24 to
Jeez.
disguise.
Okay.
And it is a magic. You know how it works, right?
Yeah.
Disguise self. So
Certainly.
yeah, I can go plus or minus 2 feet to my original height. I think is how it works.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the only constraint as far as I know.
Okay, so you, John, you see this. It looks like he turned into a slith.
Mind blown! You gonna be one of the white ones? A lady slith?
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, who runs the show? Is it a matriarchy?
You know that those sliths are of a higher rank, but you also know that the Kesha bird is of the highest rank.
Are
Right,
there
you don't want to go around impersonating the Kesha
Are there
bird. When
male-
they see two of them, they'll be confused.
The ruddy ones are male.
Yeah,
are
me-
there male ones that are like in
Of
command
rank?
positions?
There, you know what? Not that you've seen yet.
Gotta be a
Be a
white.
girl.
Gotta be a lady.
Be a girl.
Gotta be a lady.
Show me
What
boobs.
skill? What skill is that to pretend to have a girl voice?
It's gonna
Probably
be
impersonate.
Or no, bluff, right?
Is it bluff? There's no impersonate skill in D&D.
Yeah, that's a riffs thing.
It's disguise, isn't it?
Well,
Is
yeah.
it's either disguise or bluff. It's one of the two.
I mean, it's
It's
not
bluff.
It's not like
Yeah.
they have the most dulcet feminine tones, right? So you could probably pull it off.
Well,
Oh.
it's a bird.
Now remember, the Greek guy said, "Dumb idea goes here. Suicidal idea."
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. I'll be a
Just
white
charge
bird
the
then.
spike.
Nice. Get in there. Woo!
All right, Adrian has been bebirded.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I can tell right where he works.
No, you can't.
25. That awful reference. All right, Gary, what are you gonna do?
Let's see. I need to, because mine will be a harder job since I can't just walk in and amongst them like certain people. So I suppose I need to go around sabotaging, as is seemly. But for the moment, I'm just gonna have to keep a distance and see what there is to sabotage.
Okay, gotcha.
I still got I haven't taken a bath since my powdering.
Yeah,
And you know me, if I was gonna take a bath, I'd
you would have mentioned it. All right, I'm going back to Adrian. John's scouting, and you guys are separated now.
Okay. I'm just gonna sure.
You gonna walk in?
What?
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Slow it down. Okay. What are these guys normally armed with? What the white birds? What are they normally armed with?
They usually don't
outside
carry
here.
armament. The ruddy colored ones now, for the first time ever, do you see them wielding tools and weapons? You see some of them are trying to wear leather armor. Some of them have really jacked up shields. Some of them are carrying their hands in bones and big round like a hip or a thigh bone.
Greek
And
mischief.
they're using that as a shield. You see dudes holding sharpened implements. It's all very impromptu.
Just the ruddy ones, you said,
Yeah.
not the white ones.
No. There are also the carts full of the fat water worms. You find these built-in kind of carts with low, wide wheels that they've pulled out here. The long strands of rope that they use, sinewed rope, to pull these out. So you find those all over the place. There are some encampments. You've seen them stack bone, so they're building like trenches, and they're hanging out behind the walls because spells and arrows have been coming at them
From us.
from
our people.
your mushroom. Yeah.
I know now what I must do, but it does rely on Adrian to an extent. Now, I know I'm already out of communications with him. What I must do is find a nice, embed myself in bone with just my eyes poking out,
Okay.
and I gotta wait for him to make a diversion or cause some trouble or something to cause a ruckus. At which point, I can go around slashing ropes, sabotaging carts, starting fires in dry stores, things of that nature.
Yeah, they do have food stored with them here.
Oh yeah.
Also in various carts, and some of them are building. It looks like local granaries to take their food off the carts and store it. They're planning to be here for a long time.
That's it. I know what must be done.
Okay.
Just gotta think like an officer. Let me see.
Oh shit.
Sit down and do nothing.
All right.
Tell someone to do something
these-
indefinitely and then forget about them.
These tribes, are they different? Do they look different?
You can now that you spent some time with them, the shape of the feathers, a little bit of their coloration, you can kind of tell which is with which tribe.
You need a distraction, you said, before you start? Okay.
Magel. Team A,
Hot cocoa.
the ones
Television.
you're getting left out of the cool stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm sick of this. They're doing cool stuff without us. I say we do a sortie. We go out there. We kill.
What time?
Yeah, all right.
He's got the right attitude for a 95-year-old. You're like one of those hip soda commercial
He's
old
practically
guys.
dead already. Might as well die fighting.
I'm organizing a sortie.
Your pterodactyl's back.
Yes, I know. That's
Saggy.
that's when I started getting the upsetness, because now I realize they're out there.
Doing cool
They're
stuff.
doing it. And look at us. Alex is doing nothing. Dave's got nothing going on with his life. I'm upset.
Okay. Do you want to lead some Drapan warriors out to attack?
You guys want to come with me?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Burn some shit
I've
down.
got grease for everyone.
Oh, my huntling with you. If he survives, he'll probably get some useful XP.
Alright.
And you also have control of our thief, Asmael!
Okay.
All right.
I'll bring Adrian's ward without his
So
permission.
what do you plan on doing?
Suicide.
I want the pterodactyl to spot an area outside of our defenses where they're just kind of lazy and not prepared for attack. We come in hard, we come in fast, we kill, stay only for like no more than a minute, and then we fall back.
Do you have drop pods?
No, we have our legs.
Okay. All right. And your land speed?
30.
On the pterodactyl, I can go much faster.
All right.
How
fair
many
enough.
mobile infantry are you taking with you? Is fleet supporting this?
All right. So, Razzle, despite
Why don't you send the thief? And you know what? You got this.
Razzle, standing near the entrance, the spiked entranceway, is now whipping up a frenzy. There are some a higher level myconids standing there with their spears and
I'm going to assist him with diplomacy.
Yes.
so
Like, we going!
We go!
okay. Slit takes,
Where's our humongous to stop this?
And then we run away.
My Uncle War.
All right, yeah. So you guys have hoarded up near the doorway. Happy, are you going to be a part of this?
Make our job easier.
Oh, this would cause a good distraction for you guys too. Yeah.
You know what? Today I am lazy, and lazy wants to be lazy.
It's free experience. You should probably come.
Or
I'll be
die!
lazy on the trip.
Okay, so he's lazily coming along. Adrian, yes, you find a pack of slits hanging out around a little campfire. There's several dozen of them. They're already clicking and clacking about them Almantrid flock.
Can't carry everyone yet.
They don't like them. They don't trust them. They're on the other side, on the easy side. They don't have to fight like we have to fight over here.
Easy.
Okay.
They think they're getting the. They think they're getting the loot.
Have I seen any
Almantrid.
instruments in my time in the camp?
Music?
You mean musical
Yes.
instruments? Surprisingly enough, there have been a couple oddly shaped bone-carved flutes and some really crappy drums.
Is anyone using them?
There's a pair sitting next to the fire here, not being used right now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
This is like a one-man instrument. Two of them.
There are two drums of different sizes, and then nearby there's one of these carved flutes. It looks like there was
three.
Yes,
pieces.
there looks like there was a bard here a while ago. There
All right.
isn't now.
Perfect. I'm gonna start barking at some privates. Yeah.
You see their beaks?
Oh, you roll bluff. My bad. It's plus 10. I'm going to inform them that Lieutenant Colonel Kesha has ordered there to be a MWR a rally to build morale. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
And we must have a concert. Is what is the order? All right.
Oh, my God.
You there? Whatever the fuck this guy, private fuck face. You're my new XO, and you're in charge. Well, I'm in charge, but you're doing it. You're doing all of it. So, and I'm gonna go over what was this flock they were complaining about?
The Almantrid.
The Almantrid.
Yes.
Okay, I want specifically you to compose a song right now about how much these Almantrid guys suck.
I suck!
Yes. This will build morale. Yes, absolutely.
He picks up the drums and starts tapping out Almantrid, Bellbantrid, Bad Bird, All Nerd.
I'm going to. You know what? I'm gonna give this man.
The hand job. Right here.
God, you have to have like plus 10 to bluff because of this your army experience bullshit.
Yeah, they so far they're buying it.
Yeah, so these three, I'm gonna get them started with that. I'm gonna tell them I'll be back, but
Okay, yeah, the seeds have been planted.
yes.
Okay, so that happens. I'll flash back to John.
All right.
Gary Gatto.
Other than here, all turned off in the distance. Not much going on as far as massive diversions go. It doesn't seem. I'm guessing just by looking, it doesn't seem safe for me to go in and start setting fires willy-nilly.
You might have to give it a minute.
Yeah.
You just started. Okay.
A lot of scouting is waiting. That's
okay.
fine.
So I'll flash to our Team Hot Cocoa, who is now.
Let's fuck them!
Okay. So you guys sally forth from the spiked entranceway that I assume was greased as well.
No, the
yet.
grease is.
That's if the avalanche.
I've got
is
like
free.
5 grease spells ready. They don't last very long, so I have to use them when the time
He
comes.
is ready to get so greasy.
Okay, so you guys make it about 20 feet outside of the spiked way. Alright, outside here, into where there's this branching path. The sliths see you. The sliths go bananas, squawing and screaming. You see feathers flying up as they flap, and they're charging in your direction.
Donkeys.
What?
What do you mean by that?
What?
Summoning 3 mules
Okay.
to lead the charge.
Okay, you summon 3 mules. Are you actually gonna meet them and fight?
We should fall back behind the spikes and then re-climb over them after they crash down because of grease.
So initial charge?
They're charging us. We fall behind the spikes. You grease past the spikes.
Oh,
they slide
so-
in. Then we climb over our defense
Oh,
onto them.
so you're saying a false charge?
Yeah.
Oh,
like a
okay.
feint.
All right. Fair enough.
The best.
All right.
It's the best idea you've had all day.
Woo!
Because you're about to fucking die. All right.
Let's turn around.
Let's leg it! Alright, so you guys do the smart move, pull yourselves back into the spikes. The flocks and flocks of slits set off those avalanche traps. A bunch of them get caught in collapsing spikes and bones.
Okay.
I
Cast the
will
grease
alter this
now.
map a little.
Okay,
I'll
you
start
casting
casting
grease.
greases.
This shit, by the way, Adrian, is happening on the other side of the mushroom. Alright, so you don't even know that this is happening.
Oh, I'm on the opposite.
You're on the far side.
Yeah, we went behind.
Is the camp? So is the whole camp is just on one side of the mushroom? It doesn't surround.
Oh no,
it?
it's circles.
Yeah, it's a total.
yeah.
Oh,
campaign,
so
yeah.
we're completely surrounded. I'm just in a different spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Avalanched.
We never discussed how you're gonna get back.
Oh, he's back.
He's good to go.
Oh,
Yeah, but you gotta do it within, like, how long does that spell last?
30 minutes.
Ah, you're fine.
You might be fine. It's hard to say.
You can cast another one.
All
too,
right.
So.
Oh,
So-
that's right. I can't.
Let's, considering the shenanigans that's about to ensue, yeah, those who don't get caught in the avalanche pit charge forward into your entranceway because you fainted them in. You greased it. Do you light the grease on fire?
Once
sure
they
this is-
slide
Is this fine?
on it, because it'll be on them.
Yeah, once there's like no more guys sliding in, we can set it on
Okay.
fire.
At first, there's a trickle of them. 5, 6, 7 slits come in. They get arrowed.
Keep it coming.
They fall on spikes. A few more come in. The ones that come in see their dead friends and start to get scared. It looks like there's a big group of them outside.
Can't run up the grease, little sis.
They might be getting ready for a charge in. This larger group that's forming up outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have the donkeys charge that group.
Okay, you're gonna set the donkeys out.
Mhm.
Okay, so the donkeys go.
They don't
oh my
last
God.
very
Oh my
long.
god, those donkeys.
They don't last very long,
Oh,
so I
don't
gotta
they?
use them.
The
You
don-
didn't see what he rolled.
The donkeys, hee-haw, out from the spikes, and all you hear is breaking bones and screaming birds as the donkeys have run amok in the slits and turning them into dog food. I
Yeah, they're
guess.
actually pretty tough. They got like strength
Bird bones, so brittle.
18 right now.
How long do they last?
Round.
Yeah, exactly.
With my bonus, it's like a full minute now.
Summon some war donkeys.
You did, yeah. For that whole minute, they're slaughtering slits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Light the grease, men! Light the grease!
There's no one there. They're all
The
dead.
donkeys took care of it.
The donkeys broke the attack.
Huh? Oh, they just fucked off?
It's a waste of good grease.
From our end, nothing's happened.
No. Well, wait. How long?
So a
does it
few
last?
guys
It's
did
gone.
slip onto the spikes.
Yeah, that's cool.
That did happen. Okay, yeah. So you broke.
So we won.
Well, the ones that were outside that were going to come in, but there's still like a couple thousand.
But I mean, we won the sortie attack.
That sort of, yes.
We should try and pull some of them that are on the spikes back over behind our lines so they're not as obvious a warning.
Yeah, that did.
Take prisoners!
That did freak them out.
Plus, fried chicken.
That's true. That's a lot of food right there.
Mike, can I find
Bring
one?
in the birds.
You're going to help bring in the birds, okay? Very good.
Yeah.
Can Alex find me one alive?
You can find one that's playing dead, yes.
Oh God, they're touching me!
He's probably taken maybe 6 to 8 points of damage.
Happy, help!
I'm a doctor.
No, don't kill him, Happy!
I'm gonna heal you
With
with the morning star to the face. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
we can do all of the above.
I know.
You can heal him as you beat him to death. We can do all of that.
Can we do something together really quick?
Okay.
How far?
But I'm doing this naked.
Are you guys
Even
gonna
better.
do the old good caster?
I'm
back?
also naked under my feathers.
How far are there more? Are there other slips watching from their defensive line?
There's a couple that are getting rallied that came up, and then we're like,
Are we gonna Eiffel Tower this thing?
Oh my.
No, I wanted to break his legs in front of all the other slips.
Oh,
But
okay.
they're not watching.
There's
right
probably
now.
4 or 5 that are watching. Oh my god. Snap, snap.
Is with you and this leg thing.
He loves breaking legs. Alright, so terror is afoot. Adrian, word has come, right, around here that them Almantrid ass birds
Oh yeah.
led a failed charge into the mushroom and they just got whomped.
Really?
Yes!
Oh. Oh.
Perfect for morale.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go around and recruit as many people as I can to get as many instruments as they can, and we're gonna have like a whole orchestra.
Okay.
Right. And I need to use my appraise. I need to find who might perhaps be the best singer amongst them.
Okay.
And I'm at +5 to appraise.
Alright.
Fucking hell, man.
I don't know if that's a gather info.
You actually,
perhaps?
you know what? Yes, you gather info.
All right, I'll be at +4 for gather info.
All right. You want Razel?
Yeah. of course.
She's also a white feathered bird, not far from here, right? Famous for having the sweetest caw of them all. You find her sitting around, surrounded by simps. A bunch of
Yes,
other
yes, yes.
Avian simps.
with their beaks, they're pecking insects out of her foliage, right? And let me see your legs, please. And Rosalind is like, no, and she slaps them. All right, she does have a very interesting voice.
Can I buy
Huh.
your bathwater?
Exactly. Yes, but she's getting simped hard.
These white birds also belong to these factions, right?
Yeah,
They're just the women.
Does she? Do I know what faction she belongs?
she's the same as you, Algaboo.
Algaboo. We don't like the Algonquins.
Elmantrid.
Yes,
but
the Huron Lion daughter also a problem.
The Plains Nations.
Let me go ahead.
Yes. So I'm gonna go, and I need to convince her
Okay.
to do this concert.
Now, what skill are you using?
I'll do bluff, and I will say the Greek man has demanded we have this concert
Okay.
to build morale, and we will build morale by ridiculing the Algonquin scum for the rest of the army.
You mean the Elmantrid?
Yes.
Get it right, please. Or you're gonna ruin your check.
I want to write that down.
Yeah,
at
the
this point.
Almantrid. Yes.
Okay. What's your bonus to bluff?
10 plus 10.
Okay.
Almantrin.
Nah.
Okay. Unbelievably, you call at her. She's like, them Almantrid ass birds.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
talking about them?
Oh yeah.
Simps, ahoy!
So,
They raise her aloft. A few others start grabbing sheets of bone to clap. As far as cymbals and instruments go, that's what they
Yes.
got. A minor outrage mob is forming in front of you as we speak.
Yeah. Fireworks.
It's very quickly out of control.
We need fireworks.
Okay.
So
How you gonna
gather
do
info +4.
this?
What are we talking about here?
You ask clearly and cogently about fireworks. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
I don't see it. There's nothing. They don't have anything that explodes.
They're Stone Age. is an idea.
God, you're horrible.
I wish we could do it, but sadly, they're fairly
how
Stone Age.
big are those worms?
Stone Age.
About the size. One of those worms would fill half of this room easy. Big, round,
A minor halud.
fat. We're talking plumper pass.
Talking James size.
Oh fuck!
All right.
All right, I'm gonna skip on over to Gary Gobbo.
Yeah, the mischief.
There is a huge hubbub in the camps. People are racing back and forth. There's a lot of trash talk. You can even hear the deep voice of a Greek fellow trying to gain order and control.
Ah, if I can hear him, he can't be that far. Ooh, if I could take him out, that would really dent him. Alright, I'm a spot for opportunity.
Okay.
Where looks like a keen place that I could slip in and do something mean?
As you walk around, you spot water worms that are now unattended.
Let's just slash those like I would a neighbor's tire.
Okay. You manage to kill. You kill 3 water worms.
Wow.
They explode into a gushing.
Nice.
Imagine the inside of your lungs as you split them open. They accordion open, all right, as if they were under a lot of pressure, and you see the
Like
spongy.
an overcooked hot dog.
Precisely. Yes. Spongy form gear on the inside.
They
Water
just
everywhere.
deflate.
And then they deflate. Yes.
Alright.
Water everywhere. You also find some of those carts that are covered in supplies, foods, and whatnot.
I'm gonna have the old trusty, flinty, steely. Are there dry goods on these?
Yes.
Carts? Oh yeah, time to set some fires.
That's how I'm set some fires.
And let me find out something. You walk away from one cart that's been set on fire. You hear the birds. They're malmandarin-ass birds. They've been over here.
Excellent work, Adrian. Very excellent. They'll just be causing fires and starting mischief until it seems like a good time to cheese it back into the bone and wait further.
Anyone? I can't believe. Wait, hold on. No one spotted you. All right, because they're too busy going insane. I need better enemies for you guys. They're not good enough to spot you.
And just let me know if during the course of this I happen to see that Greek at. Now he's always going to be surrounded and protected.
The last time you saw him, he was guarded.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can
Keep
ruin
an
his
eye out
party.
for the fuck force. Though.
There is. You do see a silhouette of a tree.
Oh my god.
Stay away from that.
Yeah.
I know that guy.
Wait, he can't move yet though.
He's out here somehow.
He's in a planter.
One day they're going to put him on a cart, and then we're going to have a bad time.
And then, yeah, because if you get near, he'll slap you.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
need to do my damage and escape. I don't need to get greedy about it.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go all the way back around to the?
Oh
front
hell
door?
no! I'm going to stay behind their lines.
Okay, you're gonna
and
stay back
wait
here.
for an opportunity to do yet more
You
damage.
do more damage. Perfect. Okay, you step back out of line. Guys who sortied out.
Plus, I can keep an eye on incoming reinforcements from here.
You
At least from this angle.
probably
Damn.
killed or were responsible for the deaths
Monster
of
manual?
between 1 and 200 slits.
Yay! Fuck him.
Not a great victory, but great for morale.
That's
and
ma-
terrible for their morale.
It's got to be 10% of their force. That with the avalanche, with their charge, and especially the donkeys.
That's fantastic.
Those donkeys.
That is. Cindy, say
Murder
something.
horses.
You can do Wolverines next time.
I can't make multiple Wolverines yet.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a quick break.
Eat.
I'm gonna set up the battle map.
Eat.
Because there's going to be another charge
Yeet.
in, and we may do that kind of fight. Everyone is going to get... Was everyone fought? I'll go ahead and give everyone 450.
Yay, I can love it.
Wow.
And I'll give an extra 150 to Adrian and John.
Yay.
Who came up with the sortie idea?
All right, an extra 150 to Robbie too. That's true. Yeah, it was your idea.